Hey, while I'm sitting here, stuck in.
Okay.
Now, what made you decide? How many, technically, do you know how many tapes you sold for $100?
Well, the night of the release, we sold 1,000 of them.
Where? Out the trunk?
In LA, out of pop-up shop.
Okay.
In LA, yeah. So after that, we went on tour, and we did a 33-city tour to support Crenshaw. And every day before the concert, we had pop-up shops, and we was running through.
That's smart.
Some markets we ran through a couple hundred. Some markets we ran through, another 1,000. So we just kept printing them because people kept asking for them.
Did you ever give them for maybe $89.99,
No
$67.37,
No deal.
$99.99.
$99.99?
They were exactly $100.
No deal. I need a blue note, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Crispy $100
we need that C note.
You never wavered.
Nah, because it'll throw off the campaign. It was branded as a $100 CD. So
Whose idea was that, Nick?
It was a team effort. You know,
really
it's something I
smart,
brought to the team, and then everybody added on to it. You know what I mean?
It's really smart.
Thank you.
It
bro.
showed that this isn't just a $22, $25. It's not an $18 mixtape. This is something this is a work of art.
100%.
And it's worth $100. And
Yeah.
your fans supported it. Obviously, Jay.
Yeah.
So it was a really good idea. It was really smart.
How many
Thank
copies
you,
did Jay-Z buy?
He bought 100 copies. You know what I mean? So he sent us a wire for 10 racks. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
What was
Yeah.
that like, bro, from Jay, though? I'm a
Um,
big Jay fan.
yeah, all of us, I assume.
Right.
That was crazy for real. I was just in the mode of trying to just stay humble and work. You know what I mean? So I ain't trying to get too. At first, I wasn't gonna tell my team, cause I ain't want everybody to get
Get
too
all
excited, and I ain't want to seem like we was trying to do a campaign off Jay.
Off of just
tipping his
that
hat.
alone, right.
But when he tweeted the picture on his website on Life of Times, then I just started being more vocal about it.
I mean, I don't personally know him, but I feel like he sees a bit of himself in you, especially early in your career.
Right.
And I remember reading an article, and that was one of his reasons. He just said he liked what you were doing. He
Right.
saw what you was doing, and he respected it. So
Right.
he
They
supported
come
it.
from out independent, out the trunk.
Right.
You know what I mean? Being an underdog early in the game, ended up flipping it and ended up taking over and running things. So
Yeah, big dog now.
yeah, I took that as like a tip of the hat. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know, Jay always been subtly supportive. You know what I'm saying? Since the first time we ran into
But
each
no
other.
songs with him though, huh? Nick?
Nah, we ain't done no music.
No
nah,
music. But
nah.
you've met, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
You know, Jay always keep it.
Just trying to make that happen, Nick.
I would like to.
Right.
I would like to.
This is the first smart store in the world. Talk to us about the technology that's included into the store.
Every product, every logo on the wall, there's a section where there's art on the wall. Every tag on each product is programmed with content. So there's content on the tags right now. And so once you make a purchase, you take the product home. There's an app you download, the Marathon Store app, and you can put the actual phone to the tag of the clothes and the content will stream. What that'll do is, let's say I got a song with a big artist, and instead of giving it to Apple Music or giving it to a streaming site
You can stream it exclusively in the store.
yeah, I can attach it to a product and say you can get the song available 3 days before it come out officially if you come buy this t-shirt. It's streaming off the tag. And so after that campaign is over, a year later, I can say, hey, anybody that bought the red Crenshaw baseball V-neck, check your tag. It could be in your dirty clothes from you bought it a year ago. Like I said, I just uploaded a new piece of content to this shirt. And because you bought it, you get it first. It'll come out 3 days later on all the traditional platforms. But as a reciprocation for the support, you get the content first. So I think that's unique. You got a whole wall on that side. It's just a logo, and that'll be the visual wall. So we won't put audio to that wall. We put documentaries or music videos or whatever on the wall.
I see you have glass cases with the music in there. At stores before, like the FYE and things like that, you got to preview the music.
Right.
But you did it a little bit different with the app. So tell me a little bit about that.
That's the Proud to Pay section of the store. And what it is my whole catalog is each CD is propped up in the window. And again, on your app, you can put the app to the CD and just get a preview of the music, and it'll stream directly off the image, and then go to the next one and listen. I think it's a cool feature. It's just interactive with the products. You can go on iTunes and listen also, but you know, to activate the technology that we have available to us in 2017, I think it's inspiring to walk in here and, you know, stream it off the image. Opened up inner city CoWork Space in the vein of WeWork, for local entrepreneurs. You know what I mean? And we got I think 8 entrepreneurs that all have products in the tech space that are in the building with us. And we also have a science, technology, engineering, and math center on the 2nd level for young kids to be able to get trained in the skill set that it takes to get into Silicon Valley.
I just want to ask everybody here in the audience, how many of y'all are familiar? First of all, anyone have kids in the audience? Okay, 1, 2, 3, all right. Are you familiar with the STEM program? Now, the fact that this man right here has invested his time and space for that, I think that's worth a round of applause.
Absolutely amazing.
Thank y'all.
Because that's the next level. That's how we're going to bridge the gap to a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Such a forward thinker. What was it about what you do and who you are that made you want to get involved with that, STEM program specifically, and just understanding how important it is for the next generation?
Well, truthfully, I was at the Laker game and I was sitting next to a person, and we ain't really speak during the first couple quarters. I ain't know him. I ain't think he knew me. I was, with my people. He was with his people. And about 2nd quarter, we took some shots, and that shit make you a little more friendly.
Loosen up.
He like, yeah, you Nip, right? Yeah, what's up, man? Cool. We started talking. He like, yeah, I'm a real estate developer and investor. I got a concept, and I want you to take a look at it. What you doing tomorrow? Can you come out of office? So me and my homeboy pulled up to his office, and he had the blueprint for what became Vector 90 and Too Big to Fail, which is what I just described to y'all. His name Dave Gross. And dude come from the inner city of LA. His brother was, murdered recently, on gang shit. His other brother doing time. And he was just the one out of the 3 brothers that, went to New York and went to an Ivy League school, pursued finance, ended up on Wall Street, and then when he became, accumulated some resources, he wanted to come back to LA and build. So that was the vision he had, and, I partnered up with him. And, we opened the doors the day before the album dropped. So the album dropped February 16th, which was this past Friday, a couple days ago. We opened the Vector 90 Too Big to Fail Crenshaw District compound on February 15th. So it came to fruition the day before the album came out. And it's a documentary we getting to put out about it and everything. Some very powerful people involved. A dude by the name of Don Peebles. He one of the most successful black real estate developers in the world. He worth like $5 billion. He building a skyscraper in LA. He about to buy the SLS hotel. Not the SLS. They building the SLS. The Viceroy. Thank you, Brittany. You know what I'm saying?
Because we all looking for some room.
That's a strong team. See,
Yeah.
your team right there. You know what I mean? Right there with you.
Yeah, but dude, Peebles, his dad was a mechanic. He first generation. So that's a story everybody should educate themselves on, Don Peebles, you know what I mean? And, so it's a power team involved. It ain't just me. I play one of the roles in it.
All right. I want y'all to also understand the common denominator. Nipsey and his team is doing their homework. We can't just always expect shit to fall in our lap. You got to do your homework.
To a local rapper whose music is synonymous with the basketball culture. I mean, you can't even go to a Lakers game without hearing a track from Nipsey Hussle. Now Nipsey is giving back to his South LA community by renovating those same dilapidated basketball courts he grew up playing on. Rapper Nipsey Hussle goes back to where it all started.
Right now we on 59th and 3rd Ave. I grew up a couple blocks from here. My grandma been in this area, in this community since decades.
Before his music charted. To South LA.
It's one of our home courts.
Only on this day, he's at 59th Street Elementary School.
And rooted in this community since day one.
Touring the basketball courts he helped renovate in a partnership with Puma. This is what the courts looked like before.
The backboards was a little ate up, it was no color on the floor. It was a little ran down.
And this is what they looked like after Nipsey and Puma pumped 10 grand into them.
Obviously the artist was crazy, drew visuals, and it just brings some color, you know, to a place where all the kids gonna be every day, you know, surrounded by art. I think it's good for the brain, I think it's good for the spirit.
And Nipsey has posted online saying, Crenshaw made me, he'll always be fighting for Crenshaw. The work ain't done yet, the marathon continues.
Your experiences on being a father, like how have you taken on that responsibility of being present in their life, and how you want to shape their perspective about the world that they're going to try to take over, you know, when it's their turn?
That's heavy, man, because this world, I guess when I used to hear my mom and my grandma saying like, man, this world going crazy, I'm just like, that's some shit old people say, you know what I'm saying? But nah, it's crazy to see the shift that's happening. Just to raise good people, you know, that have a foundation of like principle, and a foundation of integrity. You know, when I drop my daughter off every day, I drill her. Every day at school, when I take her to school, you know, we have a little convo we had before she got the car, and she gets sick of running the script for me, but I pound it in her head. Like, you know, what is integrity? You know, integrity doing the right thing when nobody's looking, all right? You know, are you a leader or a follower? I'm a leader, what's the difference? Think for myself, all right? Do you have confidence? Yes, what's confidence? Believe in myself. That's our script every morning. And it seemed basic, but I want her to get older and look back on the things that I thought was important. You know what I mean? Like my dad always put into me integrity, confidence, and being a leader. Mm-hmm. And regardless if she can really embrace those ideas right now, when she get older and do an evaluation of what the message that I wanted her to receive direct.
She ain't gonna forget that.
She's not gonna forget that that's what my dad thought was really important, was the integrity, the leadership, and the confidence. You know, when I think about my life, the mistakes I made, a lot of them was from, you know, not having faith in being a leader, or just being separate from the crowd. And I made mistakes following the crowd at times. The things I did right was moments of confidence and moments of integrity. You know, so I think the message I give my daughter, my son's really young, he's 18 months, so he's picking it up by osmosis just by watching right now.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have the awareness, like, especially raising a daughter, I got 2 daughters as well, like, the world is crazy.
Yeah.
The one voice that they hear first and most consistently should be ours.
100%.
Instilling confidence, tell them they're beautiful.
Right.
Tell them they're worth, you know, everything in the world.
Yeah.
You wake up every day like, all right, that's my job.
100%.
That's my job. I get to do that. I don't have to. I get to.
Right, 100%. In my case, it brought a better version of me out.
Yeah.
You know, just because, you know, it's like even when she's not around, I know that I'm somebody. I'm a little girl's father.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so everything is on record, regardless. And so, you know, I think that I never want to be a hypocrite with my kids and be somebody that preaches but don't live it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's dope, man. Like parenthood, I was pressured when I, you know, realized I was gonna be a father, because my life wasn't secure at that point.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was in the process of securing it, but you know, in hindsight, you know, that's probably the best thing I did was have kids. You know, I'm proud of my accomplishments in music, but to know, like you said, I'm shaping humans, and everything that I've used to become successful, to navigate, you know, life. I'm like, dang, I got a real prime opportunity to mold some people. You know what I mean?
Beyond all that, this is from man to man, from father to father.
Yeah,
like, learned a lot from you. Just
likewise, bro.
On your perspective, man, because you here for, like you said, you're here for a reason.
Believe that.
To hear the background and what all makes you who you are, special, man.
Thank you, bro. And likewise, you know what I mean? And you're doing something major, and it's bigger than, I think, music and sports. It's through sports and through music, but you know, you impacting people. You know what I mean? I say this a lot. Like, I read one time some powerful shit that I always repeated, but it's so powerful to me that, you know, they say the highest human act is to inspire.
That's true.
You know, as humans, like, the highest thing we can do is inspire. And so, you know what I mean, to be able to say, like, you know, for a living, you know, we go out there and we inspire. That's big, you know what I mean? That's something that we should be proud of, you know?